Alright, this video is for Leon on the Onan Smokestack forum. He has an Onan JB. He has some questions about starting, okay, when there's a load. Not quite sure if he really means when the generator is cold or warmed up and you're banging it with a load. So what I got here is a mess of wires, whatnot, and I'm going to try to replicate his test scenario by starting the JB cold and banging it with a load. However, it's going to be a little extra on this right here, being that I have it hooked up to a transfer switch that I'm kind of working on by incorporating a controller in with it. But anyway, nonetheless, I think we can replicate what he wants. Let me tell you what we got going here. First of all, I got the transfer switch hooked up to the utility, which is right here. Okay, everything is running. I got heaters going right now, the floodlights, the whole 9 yards. Here's what we currently have. We have I don't know, over 4,000 watts. I don't want to bang the 7.5 kilowatt generator dead cold with a full load. It's not reasonable to do something like that, so I'm going to go a little over 4 kilowatts instead. So here's what we got running on the utility. As you can see, the hertz is right there in the ballpark. You can see the voltage on each leg, as well as the power and the amps as well. On the controller, you can see it's pretty much in line as well. I think what we're going to do is focus in on the Johnny C kilowatt box, being it's easier to read. You have everything right in front of you. Okay, so everything is set up to run as if this was in a commercial environment, I guess you could say. Ready for a power outage. I did turn on my gas. Everything is on. Well, almost everything now. Here we go. Everything is pretty much cooking away. We got our lights, we got our heaters, the whole 9 yards. This is cold, okay? As you see, I'm touching this right here. If this generator was warmed up, I would not be able to do this without getting burned, okay? So this thing's dead cold. Last time this started was last night. This is a new day, about 12 hours later. We're going to be running on propane, as you've seen, and here we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simulate a power outage by killing the breaker up here. Okay, that goes to the utility, and what should happen is that almost instantaneously the transfer switch over here will detect the lack of power on the utility side and start the generator up, transfer the load of all this stuff right here over to the generator without, I guess, too much of a delay. I guess what we want to see is the response, okay? Once I got everything going, I'm going to add more devices to the circuit. So I'm probably going to exceed what I have here on my wall. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the load on and off, okay, and we'll see how the JB responds. According to Leon, there is an Onan specification saying that the generator should stabilize within 2 seconds between no load and full load, or something of that variation. But anyway, we're going to test and see. Okay, so let me get set up, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to focus in on this box right here, as well as the generator when I start the JC up through the transfer switch by killing the power at the breaker box. You'll notice that the numbers will change on here once the switch is over. Okay, as you can see, utility is pretty much almost 60 hertz, but 59.6. You can see the voltage and everything else like that. All right, let's simulate a power outage. Okay, I'm going to cut the breaker. Okay, bang. There's your load. Okay, it happened so quick. All right. You can clearly see we're about 45, 46, 4700 watts, just under 5,000 watts. Okay, so the JB is cold. Okay, I'm going to walk over to, I'll still touch the muffler. Okay, but this thing just started. Okay, just trying to warm up. Again, we got the lights on still, the heaters are going. Let's see if we can see the elements. Well, it's daytime. But anyway, everything is running. Okay. Here we are. Alright. So JB is handling it well. I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes to warm up. then what I'm going to do, as I mentioned before, I'm going to put more load on. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to play around, I guess, with the breaker and cut the load on and off while watching the meter box here and listening to the JB to see if there's any kind of abnormalities. I'm hoping that this will address Leon's question from both ends. Again, a cold start, not at full load, but well over 50%, as well as warmed up near full load. I just got to find some more devices to add in here where I won't exceed anything here other than, well, who knows what. All right, back in a moment. Okay, I guess you can say this is part 2 of Leon's test. I added some more devices to the load, as you can see. We don't have 7,000 watts or 7.5 kilowatts, but we have significantly more. You can see we're about 59 hertz. And here we are. Everything's running smoothly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the power at this box over here while watching the meters. It's the only way I'm going to be able to cut the power on and off from a load to no load. And we'll be listening to see how the JB behaves, as well as how it responds as far as the hertz. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, as you can see right here, on one leg we're pretty close to 30 amps. The other leg we're about 25. Our voltage, kind of low, but about 110. Wow, excuse me. And here we go. And listen to the motor as well. Okay, so I'm going to shut my mouth. Here we go. Okay, looks like it bounced up to about 62 hertz, which is fine. That's the way I got it set. Okay, the load totally cut. Now I'm going to bang this thing. There we are. So let's see here. Probably went down about 2.5 hertz, which is fine. Again, we're pretty much near our end of the scales over here. I believe the voltage is slightly off on these meters over here. They're old meters. I think we're more like 110 on each leg or close to it. We'll go back and check in a moment. So once again, I'm going to run the test again, and I'm going to shut my mouth so you can listen to the motor. Here we go. Okay, no load. All right, we'll let it stabilize. By the way, I had this JB running for about 10 minutes between our last video section of this. All right, I'm going to turn it back on. And again, this JB was warmed up for about 10 minutes at this point. Here we go, maybe a little bit longer. Okay, not too bad. All right. Again, it went down about 2.5 hertz, roughly. Bounced around a little bit, but I guess that's okay. All right. I'm going to shut it down again. Okay, I'm going to bang it on. So there you are, Leon. I hope that the video with the sound helped a little bit. If you heard any kind of clunking sound as I was hitting the switch, this comes from this guy right here. It's all kinds of relays and all that. So it detected that, you know, obviously the generator was shutting off, and I guess it was trying to retransfer power back to the utility, but there's nothing in the utility right now. All right, so let's take a look what we got here. Like I was saying, about 110, 111 volts on each leg, 58.8 hertz. Okay, so here we are.